Have you ever wondered why motivation seems to fade as quickly as it appears? We are constantly bombarded with motivational videos and quotes aimed at inspiring us and prompting action. You watch a motivational video, get super excited, but all that enthusiasm lasts only a short period. Neuroscience explains this phenomenon. When we watch an inspiring video or listen to a motivational talk, our brain releases a substance called dopamine. Many think of dopamine as the pleasure chemical, but it's actually more related to motivation and the anticipation of rewards. Think of dopamine as a messenger that tells your brain something good is about to happen. This neurotransmitter gives us that initial push to act. However, this feeling doesn't last forever. Soon after the initial dopamine spike, its levels begin to drop, and with it, our motivation fades. To understand better, think about something familiar: the enthusiasm of setting New Year's resolutions. At the start of the year, you feel motivated to set goals like losing weight, studying more, traveling, or saving money. This initial motivation is intense and inspiring, but as the months pass, reality sets in, and the initial motivation just vanishes. If you rely only on motivation to maintain your goals, you often find that you fail because motivation is emotional and can be inconsistent. The initial motivation is strong, but it does not sustain. So, how do we turn these spikes of motivation into something lasting? The answer lies in discipline. Unlike motivation, which is a fleeting emotional state, discipline is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Discipline allows us to continue acting even when the motivation fades. To better understand discipline, we first need to grasp two concepts: extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation comes from external rewards, like praise, money, or recognition. Imagine you're working hard to earn a promotion at work. The prospect of a salary increase or a higher title is what motivates you. However, this motivation can be temporary. Once you achieve the promotion, the satisfaction can quickly disappear, and you may find yourself unmotivated again. On the other hand, intrinsic motivation comes from within. It is driven by a personal desire for growth, satisfaction, and achievement. Plato, in his quest to understand the human soul, believed that true happiness comes from within and is linked to personal development and fulfilling our potential. He said that the greatest victory is the victory over oneself. When you dedicate yourself to something because you truly believe in and care about it, that motivation becomes much more powerful and enduring. To illustrate, think about learning to play the guitar. If your motivation is to impress others, that desire might quickly fade. But if you truly love music and want to learn for your own pleasure and growth, that passion will keep you practicing, even when results don't come immediately. Intrinsic motivation is linked to our sense of purpose and meaning. When we do something because we believe in its value, we are connected to a source of energy that doesn't depend on external factors. This gives us the resilience to continue, even when we face obstacles. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions and reactions, and find satisfaction in doing our best. Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius believed that the key to a fulfilling life lies in focusing on the things we can control. Epictetus said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our opinion of them." This reminds us that by focusing on our own actions and efforts, we find a source of motivation that is immune to external circumstances. This perspective gives us the strength to persist, regardless of the challenges that arise. When we focus on what we can control, we develop a sense of autonomy and self-sufficiency. Intrinsic motivation encourages us to set our own standards of success and pursue goals that are truly meaningful to us. This quest for meaning gives us the strength to continue, even when we face difficulties or when progress seems slow. Instead of depending on external stimuli to motivate us, we should cultivate an internal source of motivation. When we are intrinsically motivated, we do things because they mean something to us, and this gives us the energy to continue, even in the face of challenges. Cultivating this intrinsic motivation is a crucial step toward building a disciplined life and achieving our long-term goals. But if intrinsic motivation is so powerful, why is it still so hard to stay on track? The answer lies in discipline. Discipline often has a bad reputation. We associate it with rigidity, suffering, and a deprivation of freedom. But true discipline is simply the ability to do what needs to be done, even when we're not in the mood. The main point is that most people struggle with exercising discipline, and this makes sense. Let's think of discipline as a muscle. Just like any other muscle in the body, it needs to be exercised regularly to strengthen. It's through the constant repetition of disciplined actions that we transform our goals into reality. As Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. As a content creator on YouTube, I know how crucial discipline is. When I started my channel, I was super excited. Ideas flowed, and I produced videos constantly. But after a while, the novelty wore off, and the initial motivation began to wane. That's when I realized that to keep the channel active and growing, I needed discipline. Producing content regularly, even when I wasn't inspired, required constant effort. There were days when I'd rather do anything else, but I knew I needed to maintain my commitment. At first, it felt like a struggle, but gradually, discipline became a habit. Now, creating videos is part of my daily routine, just like brushing my teeth or taking a shower. By the way, I have 10 more videos ready to post, so if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe to keep up. During this journey, I realized that we often have discipline, but we direct it towards the wrong things. It's easy to be disciplined in checking social media, watching series, or procrastinating. We are constantly exercising our discipline, but in a way that doesn't contribute to our long-term goals. We need to redirect this discipline to activities that really matter and that help us grow. Discipline allows us to build healthy and productive habits that, over time, lead us to achieve our goals. It is the foundation on which we build our success, a solid base that keeps us steady, even when motivation fades. But how exactly can we develop this discipline? This is where Stoic philosophy can offer valuable insights. Stoics had a practical and deeply reflective approach to cultivating discipline and self-control. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus teach us that discipline is an essential virtue for a fulfilling life. For them, discipline is not a punishment, but a form of freedom. When we think of discipline in this light, we change our perspective and find healthier and more effective ways to incorporate it into our lives. Marcus Aurelius, for example, believed that each of us should work like bees, each fulfilling their role in nature. He said, "Life is short. The only real wealth is time." For him, discipline was essential to use this limited time wisely and live a meaningful life. Stoics believe that true freedom comes from control over our own actions and reactions. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly. There's a small beginning." This reminds us that discipline is a gradual process, built through constant practice and repetition. We should not expect drastic changes overnight, but rather focus on the small steps we take daily. For the Stoics, discipline was closely linked to reason. They believed that by exercising discipline, we were actually exercising our ability to live according to our rational nature. This means making conscious and deliberate choices, rather than being guided by momentary impulses and emotions. Additionally, Stoics saw discipline as a path to tranquility. By living according to solid principles and maintaining consistency in our actions, we avoid the agitation and stress that come from inconsistency and lack of purpose. When we practice discipline, we are not just improving ourselves, but also contributing to the well-being of the community around us. Stoic philosophy teaches us that by cultivating discipline, we become better citizens and more complete human beings. So, how can we bring this philosophy into our everyday lives? Building and maintaining discipline requires specific strategies and a lot of practice, but with the right knowledge, it becomes easier. Building and maintaining discipline may seem challenging, but with some practical strategies, it becomes more achievable. As I've said before, discipline, like a muscle, needs to be exercised regularly to strengthen. First, start by setting small daily goals. When you set smaller, achievable goals, you create a cycle of success that motivates you to continue. Think of it as building a wall. Each small brick you place contributes to the final structure. Over time, these small steps add up to form great achievements. It's the consistency day by day that really makes a difference. A second crucial point is the importance of a routine. Marcus Aurelius used to write in his journal every morning, reflecting on his responsibilities and goals. Creating a morning routine, for example, can help set the tone for your day. Include activities that promote discipline, such as physical exercise, meditation, or daily planning. When you start the day with actions that strengthen your discipline, it tends to reflect on the rest of the day. Additionally, be aware of your distractions. Identify what often diverts you from your goals and create a plan to deal with these distractions. For example, if you know that constantly checking social media disrupts your focus, establish specific times for it, outside of work or study periods. Controlling the environment around you can significantly impact your ability to maintain discipline. Another important aspect is resilience in the face of obstacles. Life is full of unforeseen events and challenges, but it's how you respond to them that defines your progress. Stoics like Epictetus remind us that we have no control over external events, but we do have control over our reactions to them. Maintaining calm and determination, even when things don't go as planned, is essential for developing solid discipline. Distractions are an inevitable part of modern life. From social media notifications to constant interruptions at work, we all face challenges that test our ability to maintain focus. Here are some strategies to overcome these distractions. Create a favorable environment. Organize your workspace in a way that minimizes distractions. Keep only the essentials around you and create an environment that favors concentration. Set time limits. Use techniques like the Pomodoro, which involves working in time blocks, usually 25 minutes, followed by a short break. This helps maintain focus and provides regular intervals for rest. Establish priorities. Be clear about your daily priorities. Make a task list and focus on the most important tasks first. This not only boosts productivity, but also reinforces discipline by completing the most critical tasks. Moreover, celebrate your achievements. Recognizing and celebrating your small victories helps maintain motivation and reinforces your commitment to discipline. Each step forward, no matter how small, is progress towards your bigger goals. Bringing discipline into your daily life involves constant practice and continuous adjustments. As you incorporate these strategies, you will see how discipline begins to become a natural part of your life, providing a solid foundation to achieve any goal you desire. When we manage to overcome distractions and maintain focus, discipline becomes a habit, and the results begin to appear more consistently and lastingly. Seneca once said that life is short, and we often waste a great part of it. How many people do you know who live without a clear purpose, without a goal that guides their actions? To truly feel motivated, we need a defined goal, something that inspires us to continue. When we lack specific objectives, we tend to spend our energy on activities that do not bring long-term benefits. Think about that relative who spends the day drinking and watching TV. Without a clear direction, we engage in habits that do not contribute to our personal growth. Marcus Aurelius warned about people who are always busy but never achieve anything significant. They tire themselves, but without a goal, their efforts lead nowhere. While discipline also requires effort, it brings lasting rewards. In the modern world, it's easy to get lost in parties, games, and series marathons. These activities are valid in moderation, but when used to avoid responsibilities and procrastinate, they become harmful. We spend our time and energy on immediate pleasures, without building anything substantial. Many people feel that their lives lack meaning, finding it difficult to achieve great goals or fulfill dreams. This can be due to the fear of failure or the difficulty of choosing among many available options. Steve Jobs spoke about the importance of focus, saying that the secret is learning to say no to many good things to say yes to what really matters. Focusing on a specific goal and setting aside unnecessary distractions can help us avoid the feeling of drifting aimlessly. Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop not till the goal is reached. If your well-being matters, be your own savior." We cannot allow the lack of goals to let others make choices for us. We need to take control and make our own decisions. When we have a clear goal, discipline becomes easier to maintain. Having a goal gives us direction and purpose, building self-confidence as we see our progress. Rewarding our progress and recognizing small victories keep us motivated to continue. Remember that life is short and time is our most precious asset. Using this time wisely, cultivating discipline and purpose, allows us to live a fuller and more meaningful life. Don't let distractions and the lack of goals divert you from your path. Thank you for staying with me this far. Your interest is what makes it possible for me to continue sharing this knowledge. If you enjoyed the content and want to continue receiving videos that add value to your life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any updates. Comment below what you thought and which topics you'd like to see in future videos. Your opinion is very important to me. And remember, knowledge is the path to true freedom. Count on me and follow the white rabbit. I won't change your life, but no one will. The difference is that I don't promise you that. What I will change is your knowledge about life. And then, what you do with it is up to you. Explore the evolution of philosophical thought, from the earliest times to the present day. Meet the great thinkers, their revolutionary ideas, and how to apply them to fundamental questions of human existence. Mental health, happiness, relationships, and purpose in life. If you seek answers to life's big questions, or simply wish to better understand the human condition, this ebook is the key you've been looking for. Click the link below to purchase now and start your journey towards knowledge that truly matters. Leave the cave. The link is in the pinned comment. Thank you for staying with us, and see you next time.